Hi guys, welcome back to my tutorial. Today I will talk about the Linux, one of the Linux stuff. So as we have worked already on the Linux archived files, the tar.gz files, the zipped files, the .gz files. Okay, many times what we have to do is we have to work with archived files, and also we cannot unzip the files, we cannot extract the file, unarchive the files, and despite that we have to look inside the tar.gz file or archived files. Okay, so today I'll discuss how we can manipulate or look inside a tar.gz file or a zipped files directly without even extracting the files from it. Okay, so everybody knows how to create an archive and how to zip a file. Okay, so just to give a brief, I will just create a tar file. So let's say I have a set of files, I want to create a tarball from that. Okay, so I'm sure you know that. So it's C is for create, so tar minus C, V is verbose mode, and F for forcefully. So it will create the tarball out of the file. So we have to give the tar name what I want to create. So let's say python files .py, and then I want to create tar from all the python files, right? So it will create if you see, I'm sorry, I gave the file name as .py, so it is giving as .py. So I'll just remove it. Let's try again. So I'm creating a tar archive. Okay, so let's see. So this is my tar archive. So you can see that this is my tar archive. Okay, and then if I want to create the a tar.gz, so if I gz further, it will be converted into tar.gz. So fine, let's say now we are ready to go. So we have a tar.gz file. Okay, one more thing, how about and simply not a tarball archive, a simple archive file. So let's say I have a file called let's say this one. Okay, so I'll just archive this file. Okay, so once I archive this, I have this what do you call fibonacci.py.gz, right? Fine. So now how can I work with these files without opening it, without actually extracting the file from that? Okay, so we'll discuss that today. Fine. So let's say I have this file. So now I want to look inside this file without extracting it. So how I will do this? So you have to do gzip minus dc and then the file name. If I do like this, it will show me the content of the file without actually changing the file. So my file is still the same. If you see, my file has not been unarchived, right? So and yet I can see the content of the file. So this is first thing, that we can open a file, we can see the content of the of a archived file without actually unarchiving it. Okay, fine. This is one thing. Another thing is that if let's say I want to open the file directly, so you can do z mode and then the file name, so it will also open the file. Okay, if you want to grep certain pattern in an archived file without extracting the file, so you can do z grep and then the pattern whatever you want to search. Okay, and then a .gz file, right? Okay, right. So this is another way. So you can see that I can grep the pattern inside a file using the z grep. Okay, what is next? Okay, now I'll show you how to work on the tar.gz file. Okay, so first of all, let's see what is inside the tar.gz file. So how do I see that? So if I have a tar, if I just have a tar file, I can see that I can see the content of the tars. What are the files are there in that tar using this command, tar minus tvf.gz. But okay, this will only list when the file name is a tar file, but here we have a .gz file, right? So we cannot do like this. So how do we do that? So we have a command called gunzip. Okay, gunzip, and then I am putting this file as a redirect to this. Okay, and then I can do my tar minus tvf. Okay, and then the file name. Okay, so first I am unarchiving the file, which is not actually unarchiving. It is, you know, just putting the output on the console. It is giving the output to the next command. So here we have the .tar file, and then I'm looking inside the .tar file using tar minus tbf hyphen. Okay, so what it will do, it will list all the files inside the tar.gz. So if you notice, I have not unarchived the files, or I have not extracted the tar files. Okay, so yet I can see the content of the files. Okay, so this is really good. Okay, now what? Okay, now let's say if I want to extract one file, okay, one file out of this without changing the files, without changing the original tar.gz file. Okay, so how can I do that? So tar minus, okay, the same command, despite only change is that tar minus xvf, and then I have to specify. So here if you see, I am giving a hyphen, which is nothing but the output of this command. So here I am getting the output as .tar, and then I am extracting .tar, and I want to extract only one file. Let's say I want to extract basic class.py. Okay, so if I do like this, I can extract one file. So you see my basic class is extracted again. Okay, fine. So you can see the timestamp. Okay, so this is how I can extract one file out of a tar.gz without actually changing the original file. Okay, that is one thing. Fine. So what else I have to discuss? Looking into archived files, we checked listing the tar files. So I mean, if I have to, let's say if I have only a .tar file, so I'm sure you already know it. So let's say if I have python.tar.gz, so if I do gunzip, so it will create a .tar, right? So if I want to look inside the tar, if I want to list out the files inside a tar file, so I can do like this, which is what I did earlier. So it will only list the files. If you want to extract a file, simply you have to give tar minus xvf, and then whatever file you want to extract, first.py. So it will extract, sorry, there is not that file. Fine, that file is extracted. So extracting one file from a tar sorry, listing the tar file, listing from a tar.gz we have done, extracting from one file from a tar.gz, then listing a zip file. Okay, let's say I have a zip file. Let me see if I have any zip file or not. Okay, yeah, we have a zip file here. Fine. So let's say I have a zip file here. So I don't want to unzip this file yet. I want to see the contents. I want to see what are the files inside that zip. So how can I do that? You can do that using the unzip minus L, which is nothing but the listing out of the files inside a zipped file. Okay, so you can see this file is having only one SRT file. So this is just a listing, it has not actually unzipped the files. Okay, this is just listing out the files which is there. Okay, so the listing is done. Fine. What else I have to discuss? Looking inside the archive file. Okay, we already done that. So, and then let's say if I want to, unzip only one file out of a zip file, so you can do that using the same file name, and you have to specify the file which is there. Okay, let's say star.srt, so it will list only unzip that file. Okay, in fact in this zip we have only one file, so that file will be unzipped from this folder. So if you go to that folder, so you have the SRT file here, right? Fine. Okay, so this is how you so what we discussed today, we can look inside an archive file using the gzip -dc command, right? We can list out the files in a tar file using the -t. We can extract one file from a tar using -x. We can list out one file or the list of files from a tar.gz using this gunzip redirect operator, tar -tvf and then hyphen. We can extract one file from a tar.gz without actually touching the original file using this gunzip redirect operator, then tar -xvf hyphen and then the file that we want to extract, only one file. Okay, we can list out a zipped file using the unzip -l. We can, okay, one more thing here I showed you is that we can unzip one file if it is having more than one using this unzip there will be no minus, unzip then the zip file and space the file name, and then we can look inside a inside an archive file which is .gz file using zmore and zgrep. Okay, so this is how we can work with a tar or with a tar.gz and or with a .gz file without actually extracting the file from that. So we can do all the operations, we can grep into that, we can look into that, we can list out the files, everything. So this is all, guys. I hope this will help you in your work environment while working in Linux. Okay, so please please comment and share if you like this video. Thanks guys, thanks for watching.